but you might have need for a regular geometry.
Well,
So here we are, and what this is a leading coefficient not equal to 1. So for example, say you were to have something like this, 6x squared plus 23x plus 7. And they say factor. And you say, I have no clue because I've never seen anything like this, okay? And factoring, and this is with a binomial like we've been doing. So what I'm trying to do here is get two things that when I multiply them together, okay? When I multiply them together, it's going to give me this, two binomials. Well, you can do this kind of by guess and check, or you can do it using the first technique, which I'm going to teach you today, that I'm more comfortable with is the cross and box method. But tomorrow or on Black Day, I'm going to teach you the Indian method, which Miss Lindgren and Mrs. Watts really like, but I haven't taught that a lot. So, and they don't mean Indian method like, you know, Indian, it's like from India, okay?
from the country of India.
Yeah, from the country of India. So anyway, and there are a lot of smart people there, so they could. So anyway, what number has to go here and here? What do you think? What has to go here and here? What must go here?
7.
Not 6 and 1. Close. What's the only things that multiply to 7?
7.
So the only thing that you know has to go there is a 7 and 1, right? Because so you could do this by guess and check like this one, but then I'm going to give you another process. Okay? What things multiply to 6x squared? Well, first of all, you know there's an x here, right? And you know there's an x here, but there's got to be a coefficient in front of each x. What are the possibilities for those coefficients?
1
Say,
and 6. Yeah, 1 and 6.
what or what else?
3 and 2.
3 and, is that what you were going to say? No. Oh, I thought you had to. Okay? 1 and 6 or 3 and 2. So I don't know. So that's the way I learned it. Okay? I know that these both have to be plus. And then I kind of guess and check, right? And I say, well, maybe it's a 6 and a 1. Okay? Because 6 times 1 would give you 6x squared. Let's see if that works. 1 times 1 is 1x, and 7 times 6x makes 42x. Is that going to work?
No.
No. Okay? So then you'd have to try something else. What else can I try?
3 and 2.
I can try a 3 and a 2. Okay, so let's try plugging in a 3 there and a 2 there. 2x, 1 times 2x is 2x, and 7 times 3 is 21. Is that going to work? Is 2x and 21x 23x?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So that way works. I could have also put the 2x here and the 3x here, but that wouldn't have worked. Okay, that wouldn't have worked. If I chose the 2x here and 3x here, that's not going to give me the right answer. So these are the factors, but there's another way to do it. Okay, the more of a methodical way, and you're going to think this is very horrible and complicated, but it ends up giving you just kind of a routine to solve this kind of problem, or an algorithm. Okay, so what you do is you multiply these two things together, 6 times 7. So, and you make the cross just like you did before. What's 6 times 7? 42. That goes up here. Okay? And the number in the middle, this is where your 23 goes. Okay? So this number here, if I call this A, and this B, and this C, this number here is A times B. And this number down here is C. Probably write this down. Okay, distractions. Okay? Distractions.
Look.
A times B. Alright? So A times B is 40. So then what you have to do is, just like we did those problems before, you have to think about two numbers that multiply to 42 and add to 23. What are those? 21 and 2. Okay? Now how does that help you? Okay, so here's where you have another. Yeah, so 21 times 2 gives you 42, and 21 plus 2 gives you 23. So here's where you have another step. You draw a box, okay? And in these boxes, I rewrite this polynomial in this form. I put the 6x squared up here, and I put the 7 down here, okay? And then these two things, I put the 21x over here, and then I put the 2x over here, and it doesn't matter which one you put where, okay? Those could be in either place. Do you understand what I did?
Yeah.
So I took my 6x squared. This is a times b. This is c. And this is how I broke this thing up. Okay? So these are my two, these are the sides of the diamond. Alright? So now what I do, I'm not done yet. I know it's a long, complicated process, but it gives you a method to do it. I find the GCF. What's the GCF of this row? 3 what?
2. X.
3, oh, 2 is right. 2 what?
X.
X. Okay? What's the GCF of this column? Or what do I need to multiply 2x by to get 6x squared? 3x. Now, I say, okay, 2x times, since these are area models, 2x times what up here will give me 2x down here? 1. Just plain old 1. Okay? And 3x going this way times what will give you 21? 7. See, there's my two factors. 3x plus 1, 2x plus 7. Did you follow that? It's a lot of steps. Should I write down the steps? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to write the steps. Okay? So here's the steps. 1, okay? Multiply A times B. And then put it at the top of the cross. Goes at top of diamond. How do you spell diamond? D-I-M-O-N, okay. Then 2. Put B, no, not B. Oh, this is wrong. Sorry. A times C. I messed up, you guys. This should be at C up here. This is, fix that. A times C. Multiply A times C. That goes at the top of the diamond. Put B at the bottom. B.
Wasn't that C at the bottom? You messed it up.
Yeah, I messed up. Okay. This is A, this is B, this is C. So your A times C goes at the top, and B goes at the bottom. Put B at the bottom. Okay? 3, solve the diamond problem. Solve the diamond, which means find the sides. Okay. 4, make a 2 by 2 box. What's next? 5. Put. That doesn't say put. Put A times C in top left. Put A times C in top left. Put top left. Put C. Put C in bottom right. And sides of diamonds the other two, and it doesn't matter which goes where. But no, because put B at the top of the diamond problem. No, because C is the 7, right? C was the 7. Who asked me? Shouldn't it be? Right? No, B doesn't go anywhere. B is broken up into these two things. You see, this part is B broken up. You get it? Okay, that's why we put them. Okay. And now finally, we're gonna pull out the GCF from first row, and first column. And lastly is find the other two factors, or find, what do I call it? Find, so this is find the top right and bottom left. What do I say? Never mind. Bottom left numbers. And the last step is, oh, look how it goes down like this. 8 is write the factored polynomial. So I know that's a million steps, but we're going to do a problem where we're going to follow polynomial. All right, I'm going to pause and give you a chance to steps here for me on the left, and it might be helpful to you to have those kind of next to you while you're doing them. So let's try to do, and this one, to tell you the truth, it's probably easier to do this one by just guess and check, but it's nice to have a nice easy problem to do. 5x squared plus 11x plus 2. Okay? So let's try to follow these steps as we go. Okay? So it says factor. And so what's my first, what am I going to do first? So what is A times C? What is A times C? 10, right? Just plain old 10 goes there. Okay? And goes at the top of the diamond. What goes at the bottom? 11 goes down there. Okay, so first I've done this step, right? I've done this step. Solve the diamond. 10 and 1, nice. 10 and 1, okay? Now I'm going to make, so it goes pretty quick, especially with this. Now this, finding these sides, a lot of times if the numbers are ugly, it can take you a little bit of time. But that's the hard part, really, is finding those two sides. Now I'm going to make a box. Ooh, there's a box. Watch me make a box. Ooh, you're not a good box maker?
That's pretty cool.
I could work with at the Pinocchio factory with Mr. Chippet, what's his name? What's the no, Chippet, the guy from the Chippetto, that's right, okay? Solve the diamond problem. We're still recording, right? So make a 2x2 box, put A times C in the top left. So A times C with the, I should say with the variables, okay? So that's a 10x squared goes here. And put C in the bottom right. What goes down here? 2, okay? And the sides of the polynomial with an x, okay? In the other two boxes, or whatever your variable is. So what goes here? 10x, and what goes here? 1x. Yes? Okay. Now, I've done that. And don't forget that there's an x with those, because these two things here have to add up to this 11x. So if I added those up, you get an 11x right in the middle. Let me undo those today. Okay, so now I have to factor out, pull out the GCF from the first row and the first column. So what's the GCF in the first row? What can I take out of both? One what?
X.
I can just pull out a 1x, or just plain old x. What's the GCF in the first column? 10 what? X, okay? Now I'm going to find the top right and bottom left numbers, meaning what I mean by that is what goes here? 1. What goes down here?
2.
10x times what gives you 10x?
1.
Did I mess this up? 1. No.
Would it be 2?
Top chef 5x squared.
I messed up.
Oh, darn. Second part.
Finally, put the GCF.
I
Okay, class, I told you something wrong, which is very good, okay? Find the top right, pull out the G. I messed up. A times C doesn't go in the top left. What goes in the top left? Erase your notes.
What?
Not just this part. A goes in the top left, not A times C. Sorry about that. Just cross it out.
Which number?
Okay?
5.
5. So A goes in the top left, not A times C. That's what I messed up. Okay? That's A goes in the top left, not A times C. Okay? So now what comes? What is the what do I need to multiply? So what's the GCF in this column? Now, what can I pull out of both the 5? 5, right? And 5 times what gives you 10? 2, okay? And now you rewrite it in factor form. Sorry, I messed up. 5x plus 1 times x plus 2 would be the factored form of this polynomial. Okay? So sorry about that. This is A. A goes here. This is C, goes here. And this plus this, these two things are B, right? This and this. So in essence, this is the polynomial right there. You get it? Okay? So right, because this is 5x squared, there's 2, there's your 2, and 10 plus 11 makes your this. Okay? So this is A, this is B, and this is C. You want to try one on your own?
Not really.
You want me to do another one with you?
Not really.
Yes, you better do another one just because you have your steps right now.
Because I messed up. Sorry about that. So let's. Okay, everyone makes mistakes.
Everyone has a day.
It is.
Sometimes I'm in a jail. I gotta make a stand.
Who's that by?
Hannah Montana.
Hey, you mean Miley Cyrus? Okay. So I'm gonna have to edit. This is A. Okay. Let's try one that has some negative numbers in it. Okay. So let's do it now that I have the right steps, okay? Multiply A times C. What goes in the top of the box? What goes up here? What's 3 times negative 15? Negative 45. Wow, that's big enough. What goes down here? 4. Okay, so this is A times C. That's the product. This is B, right? And now I have to figure out two numbers that multiply to negative 45 and add to positive 4.
Oh,
Go, Jordan.
9 and -5.
Very nice, okay? 9 and -5. Now, once you get that, you pretty much got the problem done, okay? So I did this, I solved the diamond problem. Now I'm going to make a box, okay? My box. I'm not going to make it dotted line, I'm going to make solids, okay? Box. Okay, now unlike the last time where I messed up, what goes up here?
-43.
Just the A, right? So this is A. What's C? C is -15, okay? And then you just break this up. B is going to be 9x and minus 5x. And again, it doesn't matter where you put those. It'll still come out to be, you'll still have the right answer, okay? So these two, it doesn't matter if I put minus 5x here, 9x here, you'll still get the right thing, okay? So what's the GCF in this top row? 1 what? X, okay? What's the GCF in this column? 3x. 3x times what will give you 9x?
3x.
Plain old 3, okay? X times what will give you -5x? Positive or negative? -5. And basically, you're done, okay? So this is equal to 3x minus 5 times x plus 3. Okay, isn't that a nice method? It gives you a nice clean way. Now the hardest part, sometimes you get really ugly numbers up here and ugly numbers down here. So you might have to play with the diamonds a lot, okay? So let's do one you try, and then I'll give you your assignment, okay? So last one, I'm going to have to put this file, edit, paste, paste.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, tell me.
Okay. There's your really quick, okay, because we're running out of time. So at the top of the diamond goes -14. At the bottom of the diamond gets -13. What goes here and here? 1 and -14. Then I'm going to make my box, okay, and I'm going to go like this, like this, like this. I'm going to put in a 2x squared here. I'm going to put a -7 here. I'm going to put an x and a -14x, okay? And then I'm going to pull out 2x from here. I'm going to pull out 1x from here. 2x plus 1 and x minus, what's got to go here? 1 times -7 gives x. So there you go. 2x plus 1 and x minus 7. Okay? For your homework. Homework.
We have TPAP. Don't give us homework.
Well, it's not due until. You're not going until. It's not due until Wednesday anyway, so you got a couple days to work on it. Page 521. But let's just do 2 through 26 evens. Okay?
Yes.
That's 13, I think, or not even 12. Page 521.